Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is a Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel 2 Part 60. In the previous video, we wrapped up our stopover day in Ruhr and received our next set of objectives. So the main story, we're supposed to be going back to the shrines to obtain some Zemurian ore so Rean can get Big Sword. But first things first, we have many things to do since it seems like all the major towns had dialogues update, so that's going to take a while as well. Plus we got to talk to everybody on the Courageous, plus there's side quests to do, plus there's people to recruit. It's a whole ordeal. I figured we'd start things off by doing the last melee training thing, since I had time to just pop over to Ymir and get max CP on everyone. Shouldn't be too bad. So far the melee stuff has been significantly easier just because you can actually like buff yourself and do damage. Ready for level 3 close combat training? Let's do this thing! Also, someone may be OP as hell. I'm not gonna name any names as to who might be unbelievably overpowered. And we do want... I don't really like Milliam being in the front there. Oh, she still has Raven, I forgot about that. Make sure everyone's linked up right? Yeah, that's fine.
Eliminating targets. Got it.
Got you!
Come on! Setting target lightning fire! We roll!
Now we do have to... Okay, that's one counter.
There!
Your turn.
My turn.
I mean, does that count as 2 counters? Maybe. Maybe not.
Ah! Let's move. Arcane! Nail! Ah! Now's our chance.
You're done.
Very well.
I do have the slight opinion that,
Now's our chance. Don't let it pass.
what was I gonna say? Rean might be OP as hell.
Okay.
Like, you're dead, you just don't know it yet? Really, we just want you to not do whatever the hell you're doing?
Eliminating targets. Got it.
Got you.
Remember,
Here we
you
go.
can't kill too fast. We want to kill, like, most of them.
Arcane! Nail!
We have no way to
Now's our
heal.
chance. Let's go.
Oh, that one shot.
This is our real power.
Did we get U materials for that? Man, I thought you guys were better than that. Shut up. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm too strong. We still have CP on everyone. I think we can just run it back. Because there's no way to heal with this part. That's really the only main weakness, is a complete and total lack of heals. Honestly, I guess Sarah's still better than Milliam. Just because of being able to faint.
Let me show you why I'm called the
Here we
Purple
go.
Lightning.
I may have forgotten that, what was I gonna say? I may have forgotten that Sarah existed. I mean, I would never forget that Sarah existed. What are you talking about?
Gale! Now!
You're done. Leave it to me. I'm bringing the... Your turn.
Does that count?
Your turn.
I mean, I guess
I'll
that's
handle this.
counting. So, I mean, we have to use heals here, sadly.
Thanks.
Here I go.
Okay, so you gotta overdrive. Who do we overdrive with?
Here goes. Overdrive.
So what we need to do...
Ah! My turn. Ah! Now!
You're mine.
Oh yeah, Rean doesn't have his thing anymore. I don't think I re-equipped his gladiator belt. That might not have been the smartest thing.
Now's our chance.
Got you. Let's move.
Yeah, no, he definitely doesn't have it. Which definitely sucks here. Everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of them are sealed.
Ah! Now's our chance.
You're mine. My turn.
You heal. I guess it doesn't really matter who you heal, but I think you heal yourself. Anything that gives HP and anti-blind? Probably not. I mean, there's the Mellow Stew, which is the closest we're gonna get.
Here we go.
I suppose I should thank you.
Okay, so we let some of those wear off.
Too slow.
That should count as our last
Leave it to
counter.
me.
Win without using arts. Oh my god, I completely forgot that's a
Okay,
thing.
let's get moving.
So those don't count as counters for some reason, because that was definitely our third counter. Now, I don't know why it doesn't count, but probably because this game's frickin' designed to piss me off. Nope. Nope. Still nope.
Enemy.
Why can't they use arts?
Too slow.
Should have been paying attention.
Well, see, there's so many different, like,
My
things
turn.
you could have done to prevent that. Like, you
Let's
could
keep
have,
moving.
fucking uninstalled. Didn't I just end the last video talking about how, like, this game makes it a pain in the ass to, equip people? I mean, you just get all this shit, and I'm like, I don't know, do I want this? Maybe? Why do you keep getting her?
Here they come.
Here
Stay
we go.
focused.
Ah! My turn. Arcane. Ah!
Okay. Eliminating target. Got it.
Got you.
Come on, bro.
Your turn. Okay.
Okay, so that, I guess that's the Link counter attack, but like she was doing that even when she was the one getting hit.
I'm bringing this up.
Let's move. Arcane. Damn. Ah! Now's our chance.
You're done.
Come
I'll
on,
handle
man.
this.
Just a freaking nugget of a heal. Or a dodge.
Now's our chance. Don't let it pass.
Too slow.
My turn.
Okay, so that's one. Who's attacking next? It's you and you're sealed. So we'll pop our overdrive for the heal. We need to just like kill a couple of them.
Eliminating targets.
My turn.
Let's see, so it's you, you're sealed. You're also sealed. And you're either buffing strength and or healing. So we can afford to do this, just to get some damage out there. Could also try and go for this. Actually, well, you're sealed, so you can't actually hurt me. And I definitely don't want you to heal. Because even though these two guys are very clearly outside of the AoE, I wouldn't be surprised if it's hitting them. Or you could just like try and feint them, right? Feint doesn't work super well, but
Burn to and fall.
that did way more
You're
damage
done.
than I thought it would.
My turn.
So then you definitely overdrive,
Here goes.
Overdrive.
just for the heals.
Eliminating target.
Got you. Here I go. Second floor. Now.
You're done. Okay.
Then we want you dead. Rean, when he comes in, that should be enough to kill.
Got you.
Or not. I don't know why I didn't proc his finishing thing. Probably because this game hates me.
You didn't see that coming. Okay. Eliminating target. Got it.
Got you.
I'll handle this.
God, Platinum Shield would make this so much easier, since we have no way to heal. I refuse, though. Nope, nope, you can't do that.
Leave it to me.
Okay. I think we overdrive for the heal.
Overdrive.
Does sat down work against you? Yes. Are your attacks strength-based? I have no clue.
I'm gonna slice you up. Now's our chance.
Guess what? Regular rush.
Understood. Here I go.
Okay, you're at 10, you're at 9, but you'll definitely be crit.
Now's our chance.
Do not follow up.
Okay.
Well, you probably could have done a regular follow-up, but I'm worried about this burn. Because, I mean, if she had hit this guy and maybe killed him, then, this dude might die to burn. So I think you pop this man.
Very well.
And you heal Rean.
Thanks.
I'll handle it.
And then we hope to God Fee is able to counter without killing.
Leave it to me.
Shit, you actually, like... Yeah, you have to run because you're doing too much damage right now.
Here I go.
My turn.
I need you to stay close. I mean, you actually have, like, full movement for some reason.
My turn.
Let's move.
Leave it to me. I'll handle it.
Yeah, like, I really
I'll
need you to
handle
go.
this.
My turn.
My turn. My turn.
Very well.
My turn.
He's casting on himself. I don't even know what a single target... I mean, is he gonna, like, burst heal? I can't damage him.
My turn. Okay.
Well, that's unbelievably fucking obnoxious.
My turn.
My turn.
My turn. I'll handle it.
If you one-shot Fee, I'm uninstalling.
Too slow.
Here I go.
Does that count? No? Even though that was clearly... That's definitely our third counter.
I'll handle this.
My turn. I'll handle it.
Let's move.
Leave it to me.
Okay, so you could move in
I'll handle it.
and then insight yourself next time.
Eliminating targets.
I'll handle this.
I mean, you just, like,
Let's
can't
move.
do anything here.
My turn. I'm bringing the...
I'll handle this.
Like, I mean, I need you to attack. Whose idea was it to make you want to counter against enemies that constantly cast spells?
I'll handle it.
I'm not mad, I'm just confused. I just want to talk, okay?
Eliminating targets. Oh, please.
Here I go.
Okay, so we win? Finally?
My turn. Arcane. Now's our chance.
You're mine.
I'll handle this.
I don't... Those might count as arts.
Leave it to
There's
me.
no reason they should, but I don't trust this game.
You didn't see now.
Got you.
You've certainly improved.
Well, I had this one teacher.
Now look how fast his mouth moves when you're fast forwarding. Yeah, you do get U materials for that. Wow, that's crazy. You get 5 guaranteed U materials every time you do that, and it's like actually super easy with Rean. Whoa, nice work. To be honest, I didn't think you had it in you, but you really proved me wrong. Yeah, wow. Let me get your reward. You better not be used to getting through. Well, you better not use getting through level 3 as an excuse to start slacking on your training, though. If you want to go off some rust on your man, just drop by. And there's nothing more. Alan really needs to loosen up. Getting all worked up like that can throw a whole day of practice down the drain. I don't know. I get that he's worried about his leg and all, but when you're training, you gotta focus on training and nothing else. Guess I gotta work him so hard he won't have the energy to worry about anything else. Might as well pay your respects now. Sorry, I can't talk to you. Feel a lot better now that we got Angelica piloting the ship. Sure, I'd gotten used to it, but she seems like she was born for the job. Arrived just in time, too. We've been needing a gunnery officer, so I've been thinking about taking that up. Sounds like a plan. Alan, cut the shit chat and get focused. You owe me 100 thrusts. Get to it. Yes, ma'am. Honey, it's time for your 100 thrusts. Okay, dear. Right. Was that my fault? No, not at all. I've been so worried about Bridget that I haven't been able to focus on anything else. That's why I asked Logan to give me the most grueling training program you could think up. Damn it, Alan, if you don't focus, I'll focus my foot up your ass. What, you think it's some kind of game? This is real fucking life? This ain't trading places. Sorry. Fredo's way better at this kind of training than I am, but I've just got to make do. Complaining about what you don't have is just a waste of time. Say anything, sir? Well, you didn't really have to spoil the end of the game like that, but, you know, whatever. But yeah, the melee ones, they're fine. They're fairly well balanced. The counter stuff's a little annoying, but I also understand that's because you can have much higher evasion in the base game. So that criteria isn't nearly as annoying. Or you can maybe start with like Falco on someone. I didn't think about doing that, but I guess you could give Falco to Fee at the start. But yeah, the ranged ones fucking blow ass though, because you have no way to buff yourself really. And so like, you're basically just completely reliant on Sarah being able to kill everything by herself because you don't do damage without buffs. At least within the context of the difficulty mod. Back when I was in Ruhr, Chairman Irina asked me to keep doing orbital staff reports, you know, like I did back at the academy. You think she'd be too focused on the war to be worried about research and stuff, but I guess that's just how she is. I'm so glad that both your mother and Angelica are safe. That the Courage was able to help in rescuing them both makes me very proud indeed. Thank you for your kindness, Your Highness. I'm sure my mother will be just fine now that since she has Sharon to help too. And I'll be doing my best to help out everyone here just like I'm doing all this time. I'm sure I'll speak on behalf of everyone and expressing my happiness about that. With your mother safe, that leaves you free to focus your mind on others that you care about as well. Such as the upstanding Rean here, who's just kind of weirdly listening in on us without saying a word. Wait, what? Your Highness, I don't, I mean... I'm getting the impression my presence here is making things more awkward at an alarming rate. Rean never left. Princess Alphen's blatantly incorrect comments aside, it's a real relief to know that Ruhr is safe. It's a real Rean leaf to know that Ruhr is safe and sound now. We've still got a lot of work to do though, so let's keep it up. Yeah, maybe. Can't let myself be shown up. I'll have to prepare my very own plan of attack. Give me a medal. Your Highness, it's not what you think, really. Give me a medal. I deserve a medal. You know what we had to do to the principal to get him to give us our medal? I had to lock him in a room and beat the hell out of him. It definitely happened. I didn't just like pretend that it happened. It 100% canonically happened. Rean beat him up and took his medals as payment. Hi, heard the Hugo's in Ruhr now. We didn't even have the decency to tell us that he's fine after helping us escape. I'm gonna have to smack him a belter when I see him. Heard the Hugo's in Ruhr now. I mean, he's gonna have to smack him a belter? And we got so many U materials now. But you do know what we can do. Oh, 20 speed, dude. I don't even know who to give it to, which is like the sad thing. I've been talking about this shit. I'm like, I don't even know, like, who wants it? I mean, Death Blow is okay. Delay and Vanish are... Delay is situationally useful. Like, really, there's only one enemy we fought that really needed it, which was the big Super Cryptid. But even it, you kind of can get away with just timing your magic reflex properly. And like, we could give it to Fee and just make her, like, more powerful than God himself. Honestly, though, for physical characters, I feel like there is such a thing as too much speed. I feel like you're really better off, like, having your magic users, like, cast as fast as... Because, like, with the physical, you just run through your buff so fast. Like, on someone like Fee, with her, you know, if she had, like, 100 speed right now, and even if we were to, like, give her Raven and whatnot to make her even faster... I kind of like the idea of giving it to the Euster. Now, casting time by a third or 100 extra arts. I think I'd rather have the speed. There's also an argument to give it to Elliot. We need to actually give you real stuff. But, like, you could give it to Elliot, and then whenever he uses his crafts, he won't be delayed quite so much. You do definitely need extra HP, though. I do also like giving him a gladiator belt, just because he has very little natural CP generation, but for the most part, as long as he can get to max, he can stay at max, because we don't use his crafts that much. At this point in the game, now that we have Holy Breath, they're kind of more of like a backup. Who has the 2000 HP thing? You do. I don't really have a problem generating CP on Fee for the most part. With all her counters and everything. I guess just take like a Sleep, Nightmare, Confusion, Freeze, Petrify, Faint. Faint do kind of suck. What other stuff could we potentially get? That one's pretty good. Puppy and Kitty Watch. %12 crit. Dang, dude. Another Evergreen. Ashen. I mean, 100 Strength. I mean, it's good, but it also doesn't feel like that much. Maybe I'm crazy? Because, I mean, look at, like, how much strength does Rean have? Rean has 1700, and that's not even with the best weapon right now, so he could probably be pushing 2k almost. Like, probably like 1900 with an upgraded weapon. And so 100 more on top of that, it doesn't feel like a percentage-wise. Now, I don't really know how damage is calculated. It may, you know, not matter, but it does feel like it's, not all that much, just pure percentages based on your normal amount of HP. Oh, there's Chrono Burst. How does this work? Okay, so this works the same way it was supposed to work originally. It's not the way it works in the Cold Steel 1 difficulty mod, which was broken in its own way. I don't know. I mean, I do think this, because I mean, there's some things you can do with like double moves in a row, right? That is a little OP. Like someone like Gaius could basically just like I think Gaius could maybe go infinite almost if he could Chrono Burst. With like Wild Rage and like a CP generating item, almost. I could be wrong though. Like he could just like keep ulting for free over and over and over again. Nice to see things have finally calmed back down in my hometown. Instructor Mary being safe and sound is just icing on the cake. Now all we need is to find Uncle Markov and Bridgie. By Bridgie, you mean Bridget from the Wind Orchestra, right? Yep, she's my bestest friend in the whole wide world. Is she? Does she know this? Oh man, now I'm really fired up to go find her. Pretty sure Bridget's not a fan of that nickname. Hopefully it doesn't spread before she's here to quash it. I need to take back the academy soon so I can get to Instructor Miri and Markov back in the same place. And once I do, I can get back to playing the ultimate matchmaker and finally get them together. Mint's still the best Thor student. We better get cracking on exploring their spirit shrines. That request from Fantasy B does worry me a little, but I'll keep an eye out for him myself to make sure he doesn't cause you any trouble, whether or not you decide to do it. It'd be a shame if you had to divert your focus on his time-wasting shenanigans and you've only got plenty of else to take care of. That won't let me end it all by jumping out. Did we go out here? There's just nobody here? What's up, Gaius? With the Nortia Provincial Army bowing out of the war, everyone over in the Highlands can finally breathe easy. The chance of things to take a turn for the worst has always loomed over us, but that shouldn't be the case now. Yeah, it's a relief for me too, but I can only imagine how much bigger it is for you. Let's just say I owe you all a lot for making this happen. And now I can focus entirely on my work as part of Class 7 and start paying you back for that. I played my part to protect my first home, now it's time to bring peace to my second one too. While Calvert could still pose a threat, it shouldn't be a cause for concern in the immediate future, which means I can focus myself entirely on protecting my second homeland. Whatever you need, I'll be there to help. Like Gaius. So Wild Range is 60. Because I feel like if you had, like, with a Gladiator belt and, like, a decent amount of starting CP with Chrono Burst, you could just, like, go over and over again. I mean, you'd be limited by your EP a little bit, but even then, you could, like, Chrono Burst, EP Charge 3, Chrono Burst again. Like, I'm pretty sure Gaius can, like, go infinite. Or basically any character with Chrono Burst. So, like, while it was kind of OP in the first difficulty mod as well, I think it's more OP. Just getting 2 actions back to back for the cast of 1 spell. Oh, is this our card? A letter. Alright, so I from Fantasy B. This must be what he meant by where the blue cross indicates. Yeah, I knew that. Rean took the letter, confirming that the sender was exactly who he thought. Yep, this is him, alright. What I do, though? Honestly, I'm half tempted to just cram it in my pocket and keep going about my day. Nah, I think I should read it. What if it's about a crime he's already committed? I'd hate to just be sitting on this until later to only find out when I read it that it's too late to undo any harm he's caused. Rean opened the letter's seal and out popped a card.
To my dear friends in Class 7, I've taken the liberty of preparing an enjoyable diversion to spice up your mundane day-to-day lives a little.
Yeah, let's go. Well, look at that. I'm already regretting opening this thing. I kind of thought you were going to keep talking, Blueblanc, so I took a sip of the sauce. I feel betrayed. I continue to watch your radiance from afar, ever dazzled by its brilliance. That radiance is no doubt the fruit of the bonds you share with one another, bonds which today I wish to test. I wish to see how you act when the seeds of distrust and discord are sown among you, and I shall watch you from close by. To witness so rare and priceless an occasion, I will be stealing from you one of your beloved classmates. Dang, not Machias. Man, sure would hate if you were to steal Machias away.
I hope you'll enjoy this little experiment. I know I certainly will.
Steal one of our classmates? Like a real classmate or like a classmate? Damn, I have to tell others about this. There's not a moment to wait.
Now, let the game begin.
This is pretty cool.
Dance for me a beautiful dance. Each step replete with uncertainty.
That's him. Can't believe he was able to access the ship's intercom system and even the lights. Oh man, Machias got kidnapped. Oh well, I guess we should go to the Spiritron. I need to hurry and check on the others. I mean, it might just be like a regular Thor's NPC. Yeah, because it looks like all of us are here. So I asked you all to come here, but... everyone seems to be present and accounted for, at least to me. That was all business about him stealing one of us was a lie, then? I don't know, he didn't sound like the type who'd go through all this effort and not follow through. You think he's already struck, stolen a member of Class 7 and assumed their identity? I mean, he could. No way! He did, he's a true master of disguise. Everyone looks the same as ever to me. Oh no, I know where Angelica's going with this. Oh no. She's gonna... There's only one way to find out who is real and who is fake. I don't know if this is related to the current situation, but after the lights came back on, I found this car in the mobile factory area downstairs. Is it Celine? Is Celine Phantom Thief B? That's one of B's calling cards. Can I have a look at it? George handed Rean the card and he began to read it aloud. The theft has been conducted successfully. I am now among your number. Oh, Angelica was right then. Wait, there's more. Having established that, allow me to lay down the rules for our little game. Rean Schwarzer, you shall take up the mantle of detective. Your mystery is to discover whom among you I've replaced. To make things a little more interesting, I will allow Sylphie to aid you as your assistant. What? Me? What a twisted man. This is all just some game to him. I guess it's because Fee's a required party member for this section. Naturally, I have not taken the place of the detective or assistant, and not your tutor either. I have assumed the identity of another of Class 7's members. I feel like it's Celine. I look forward to your struggle to discover which one. Here's your success. This is a very cool idea for a quest. We are all potential suspects in? I think it's Emma. Sure, we didn't choose Emma. If we exclude Rean, Fee, and Instructor Sarah, there are at least 8 people that it could be here. Oh, it's starting to sound kind of fun. As long as you're not suspecting me, then it wouldn't be much fun. I mean, logistically, could he become Milliam? Is that possible? Before we begin, however, I'd like to set forth 2 rules in the interest of a fair and enjoyable game, of course. Rule 1. Questions must concern events that happen after you went your separate ways from the bridge. Inquiring about things that happened before, then, or about personal information I could not possibly know is strictly forbidden. Rule 2. You may not consult with anyone outside of Class 7. That includes the Purple Lightning. Should you violate either of these rules, I can offer no guarantees of the safety of your missing member. I would assume that by now you know me well enough to realize this is no idle jest. Well, that's everything. He sure can fit a lot on these cards. That's funny. That's actually a pretty good joke. So I don't say anything I might break the second rule. Yeah, for their sake, I think it'd be best for us to just keep our mouths shut and let them figure this out now. Indeed, we can't risk putting whoever is taken hostage in danger. I guess I'm in the off-limits camp, too. Can't say I'm real thrilled to think that creep is sitting right here among us. Oh, God. Oh, no. They said the words of power. Laura never said a single word this entire time, so I think it's her. Indeed, especially when we can't even help Class 7 identify him. Just leave this to us. We'll get him. Oh, okay. Now I think it'd be best for us to all leave the room then. Be sure to tell everyone on board to stay away from this room too. Good luck, everyone. You've been acting awful sus, Laura. It's almost like there's an imposter among us. Alright, we're finally ready to get this thing started. Can't wait to decide how we're going to work this out. First one's going to be a pain. One, we can only ask questions about things that happened after we all split up after being on the bridge. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for that, this would be a fairly simple matter. True, I doubt he'd know what we had for dinner yesterday, for example, but all of us would. It means that rule exists, so he has plenty of time to savor the enjoyment before we all work out the answer. Give me a break. Which one of us is he pretending to be, then? I don't really think I like having to doubt each other like this. He did say his intention was to test our bonds. I suppose this is one way to do that. You worked something out yet, Rean? I wish. So far, I've got nothing. How about you? Same here. And we should give everyone a pat down. Oh god, that's Angelica's idea. What? I guess it's not technically in violation of any of the rules. And I see no harm in doing so. But, don't worry. I'll handle the girls, Rean can do the voice. Well, I suppose that's fine then. I mean, Maki has already got groped by Rean back at the reunion. He seems strangely reluctant. I thought so. You're him, aren't you? What do you mean you thought so? If you ask me, you're more likely to be the rat. Although, frankly, I find it hard to believe that any imitation could capture the sheer arrogance that seeps from your every pore. I take it back. I find it equally ludicrous to think any imposter could duplicate your ability to overreact to the slightest provocation. Well, it's like these two are the same as ever. I think we're letting ourselves get a bit sidetracked, though. Yeah, let's get on with these pat downs. 8 of them split into 2 groups, with Rean and Fee conducting the pat downs. Well, that didn't get us anywhere. What should we do next? Maybe ask everyone if they did actually split up earlier? Yeah, that's probably the best place to start. That way we can piece together the day's events and see if any testimony stand out as odd. So, let's see. Bottom to top. So, Milliam, what can you tell us about what you were up to during this time in question? Sure. Well, first I was hanging out with Elisa at one of the tables in the 3rd floor hallway. We were just sitting around talking, though. But then I remember about Bear. Your Bear? Okay. That checks out. That's technically knowledge that only we would have. I got it from Gramps, and I finally got him back from this train while we were in Roar. Anyway, I forgot I hadn't put him somewhere nice yet, so I went straight into the nap room to plop him down there. Because, I mean, Blueblanc probably wouldn't know about the bear. Thanks, Milliam. Let's move on to our next suspect. So, I mean, technically that's kind of in violation, but, Can you tell us how you spent that time, Emma? Well, actually, I was with Fee the entire time. You were? Yep, she was. Celine was there, too. They were both nearby when the lights went out, too, so I have a hard time believing it's Emma. Right, Fee's got no reason to lie, but we are dealing with B here, so we can't be 100% certain he isn't Emma. What were you doing together, then? Well, first we went to the reference room so I could investigate something. After that, we went to the kitchen. That all check out, Fee? Yep, all of it. Okay, then. Thanks, Emma. Alright, then. Let's ask someone else. Can you tell us what you were doing, Laura? If it doesn't involve a sword, we know you're an imposter. I can, though I'm afraid there's really not much to tell. After everyone dispersed, I chose to remain behind on the bridge observing the crew at work. Really? That's not really any point in inquiring further then. Thanks, Laura. What? That's the most sus-ass bullshit I've ever heard in my life. It's definitely Laura. She didn't mention anything about, like, sword, or honor, or swords, or... Not to mention, she didn't even mention swords. What were you up to during that time, Elisa? I was hanging out with Milliam for a while. We were sitting and talking at one of those tables in the 3rd floor hall, okay. After a while, she remembered she had something to do and left. I stayed there, and pretty soon after, Princess Alphen passed by and invited me into the royal room. That makes sense. That's it, I think. So you were there with the princess? Thanks, Lisa. That was a big help. Alright then, let's ask someone else then. Can you tell us what you were up to, Gaius? I mean, I was, just kind of standing around stoically. First, I swung by the close combat training room where Eustace and I went a couple rounds. Eventually, we both left the room and headed to the elevator together. I was the first to get off at the 3rd floor. And the elevator headed straight out to the front deck to enjoy the feeling of the breeze in my hair. You trained with Eustace, then went to the front deck. Thanks for your testimony, Gaius. Alright, let's ask someone else then. I mean, so far, Laura's does stick out as the only one without anyone to, like, she has no alibi, really. Like, everyone else at least interacted with some other member. Can you tell us what you've been up to, Eustace? Certainly. First, I went to the close combat training room where I sparred for a while with Gaius. After practicing for a while, we parted ways, after which I went to the game room. I was there roughly 30 minutes before Regnitz wandered in to break my peaceful reverie. He was being his usual noisy self, so I figured I'd shut him up by besting him at a game of billiards. You just have to go and make yourself sound superior, don't you? Whoa, take it easy there, guys. A game of billiards, huh? You're such good friends. We are not. We are not. Oh, okay. A little stutter from the mockster. That sounds about right, though. Anyway, thanks for telling me your piece of today's events. Alright, let's ask someone else then. How about it, Machias? Can you tell us what you've been doing? Of course. First, I stopped by the factory area in the hold with Elliot to have some adjustments made to our weapons. Elliot finished up first and left while I stuck around waiting for my shotgun. About half an hour later, I finally left the hold as well and dropped by the game room. I ran into none other than Eustace. We ended up playing a fairly civil game of billiards, too. We were still playing when all this trouble happened. So that fits with Eustace's testimony. Yeah, thanks, Machias. Alright, let's ask someone else then. Say it ain't so, Elliot. I mean, so far Laura is definitely sticking out as the most sus. So, Elliot, if that is your real name, can you tell us what you've been up to? Well, I went down to the factory area with Machias because we wanted to make a few tweaks to our weapons. Is that what Machias said? I think that's what he said. After that, Machias was still taking care of some stuff, but I hopped on the elevator and left. I headed to the arts training room to see how the modifications went, and that's basically it. Right, so you went to the factory, got some weapon adjustments, and then went out to test your staff. And Machias was with you initially, so he'll at least be able to verify that the first part happened. Gotcha. Thanks, Elliot. Well, that's everyone. Still, just asking everyone individually may not be enough to prove anything. Someone could be lying. You've got a point. It might be good to get info on what other people were doing from someone other than themselves. And then we could ask everyone if they saw anyone else. Oh, now you mentioned it. That's a good idea. Thanks for the tip, Fee. It's what assistants do. True enough. In that case... You said you stayed on the bridge after everyone else left, right, Laura? Indeed, and of course it follows that I saw none of our other classmates after that, nor did they see me. Fair enough. Yeah, not much we can do about that. You said you went down to the factory with Machias, right? Then you went around to the arts training room? Like you would ever want to go back to that hellhole, imposter. You happen to spot anyone besides Machias doing all that? Actually, I did. On the way to the arts training room, I passed Eustace and Gaius together and said hi to them. Okay, that makes sense. That's right across the hall. I may as well take this opportunity to answer for myself. I saw no one other than Elliot, and those I've already specified I met. As for me, I saw Elisa sitting alone at one of the tables on the 3rd floor, and I went down there. That fits? Assuming everything else we heard is true, that must have been there after Milliam left and before Princess Alphen arrived. Alright, that gets a few people out of the way then. Let's ask the next person. You met with Elliot and Eustace, right, Machias? You haven't spotted anyone else while you were going about your business? I did, actually. I noticed Ibba and Fee as I entered the game room. That must have been when they were headed to the kitchen area. So you saw Emma and Fee entering the kitchen. Got it. I didn't realize anyone had seen us going there. I must have let my guard down. No need to feel bad about that. You were just walking around the parade, just not infiltrating a secret base. You said you sat and talked with Milliam, whoever the hell that may be, for a while before she left, and then later you were invited to the royal room. That's right, yeah. Other than them, I did see Gaius pass, though, after Milliam left. That was when he was on his way to the front deck to enjoy the wind or whatever. That's all, though. I didn't see anyone else. Alright, then. Thanks. Emma, you went to the reference room, then to the kitchen, right? And Fee, whoever that may be, was with you the whole time, right? Some figment of your imagination, some feement. It doesn't quite work. You didn't see anyone else while you were wandering around, did you? You can answer this one, right? Of course we did, yes. While we were on our way to the kitchen, we saw Eustace enter the game room. I didn't see anyone else, though. Did you see Eustace, Fee? Yep. That's relief. Just knowing that that isn't conclusive proof that Blueblanc isn't masquerading as Emma, but oh well. After you finished talking with Elisa, you went to the nap room, right, Milliam? You see anyone other than Elisa during all this? Nope, not a soul. Wish I just stayed there, though. I might have gotten invited to see Princess Alphen, too. Well, never mind that for now. I think that's all we're gonna get. I mean, I still just can't ignore Laura's, like, I saw no one and no one saw me. Because, I mean, everyone else kind of... I didn't really notice any blaring contradictions. It seemed like there was some degree of, like, the alibis all kind of lined up, except for Laura, who is the complete anomaly here. Okay, we've asked everyone here what they did, and if they saw anyone else while they were doing it. Want to go over it all again? Yeah, let's do that. First, the places where everyone started out were, if I remember correctly, Elodie and Machias were at the Orbital Factory on the 1st floor. Eustace and Gaius were in the Close Combat Training Room on the 4th floor. Elisa and Milliam were at one of the tables in the 3rd floor hallway. Finally, Emma and I were in the reference room on the 2nd floor. Aside from Laura, who has no alibi, all of them were in groups of 2. Which means everything you just listed is likely to be genuine. That's what they did afterward, though. We'll go over that now. Elliot left the Orbital Factory before Machias did, and then went to the Arch Training Room alone. But it's also, like, the fact that they've even, like, brought attention to the fact that Laura has no alibi is like, well, maybe it's not her. I don't know how hard this is supposed to be. On the way there, he also met Gaius and Eustace. Yup. After that, Gaius says he went to the deck on the 3rd floor, and Eustace went to the game room on the 2nd floor. That's right, on my way there, I saw Lisa alone in the 3rd floor hallway. That means I must have already left for the nap room by then. Yeah. Next up is Machias. About 30 minutes after Elliot left the factory room, he finished his business there as well and headed to the game room. That does seem to mesh with my own experience, seeing as I was in the room alone for some time before he arrived. Yeah, then as I was walking into the game room, I noticed Emma and Fee walking into the kitchen. As for Emma and Fee themselves, we started out in the reference room as I mentioned earlier, but eventually we moved on to the kitchen. I can't remember exactly how long we spent in the reference room though. Then as we left and were on our way to the kitchen, we saw Eustace heading into the game room. Well, that's everyone. Any idea who's our guilty party, Rean? Got a good idea now. I mean, I feel like it's either Emma or Laura. You too? You're so cool sometimes, Rean. I'm not gonna get this right. Could you share your idea with us then? Gladly. The one who's actually famously being in disguise is none other than... I mean, like, I'm gonna be actually kind of mad if it's not Laura. Because, like, it doesn't... I mean, was there an obvious contradiction in any of the other stuff? Maybe? I don't know. I'm kind of, like, zoned out a little bit, maybe? I just, like, I'm too focused on Laura not having any alibi in the slightest. You, Laura. Are you serious, Rean? What's your evidence? She ain't fucking said anything. Well, truth be told, I don't really have any, but I got no solid evidence. You gotta trust your instincts. I just can't bring myself to actually say that, though. I hope I'm just guessing at random. I mean, you need to give some more thought to... what are you talking about? Fine, alright, Emma. You, Emma? Why me? What's your evidence? Well, Emma said she saw Eustace enter the game room, right? But if she did that, where does that leave Machias' testimony? What? One where he said he saw me and Emma going into the kitchen? That's the one. Those two testimonies are at odds with each other. Are they? After Eustace said that Machias came to the game room roughly 30 minutes after he arrived himself, right? That is correct. Which means... there's no way that Emma could have seen Eustace entering the game room if Machias saw her enter the kitchen. See, like, I don't... is the kitchen not on the same floor as the reference room? It's just not possible. That's enough of an inconsistency to make Emma the leading suspect, don't you think? Well, sure, it's an inconsistency, but what if Machias' info is what's wrong? Well, keep in mind that I saw Eustace too. It means our leading suspect is actually someone else. You're right, why didn't I notice that? It's you, Machias! I mean, I was technically right.
Well reasoned, my friend.
I did say Machias was going to be the one to kidnap.
Myself. You are correct. I am Phantom Thief B.
I still think it's Laura. I just, like, I can't believe they just, like, they like, completely excluded Laura from the entire game, basically. I can scarcely believe my eyes. You got us good. I'm impressed you were able to discern the truth from picking up on such a small inconsistency. Technically, you fucked up, so you won't get any bonus AP, so fuck you, nerds. I'm going through this vent. Or perhaps I extended too generous a hand and help you along after all. Helping us along? Your suspicious testimony was deliberate, then? Bears your cape-fluttering theatric and just tell us where Machias is. His game is over. Such a lively rejoinder. All I shall say is the narrow storehouse.
But adieu, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to meeting you again on a new stage one day.
Why can bad guys tell? How does he do that? Never mind that. Now we need to rescue Machias. I mean, since we're all here, we could go play some billiards or something. At least he didn't make the clue all hard and stuff. Yeah, I can't think of anywhere else other than the storage room on the 3rd floor that would fit that description. Let's go dig him out, I guess. Ouch. I only wish I could have been there to see when you were captured, just to see the look on your face. You look a bit tied up, Machias. Oh, laughing at me! Oh, stop gawking? How is that gawking? That was like a hawking? That sounds like... Yeah, I guess I could see how that's supposed to be gawking. That is a... Even though I fucked it up, that is a fun quest. With Monkey saved, everyone else set about trying to find Phantom Thief B. Unsurprisingly, he was nary to be found. Still, they at least managed to avoid any harm from his antics for the most part. All was well that ended well. Just gave us his cape? Wow. Is it any good? Not really. I mean, I guess if you're gonna grind for something, then it's okay, but we don't do that around these parts. But alright, that's gonna be it for this video. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.